Yeah.
Girl, look at you working and all. Are you loving it?
Um, yeah, I am. I actually am. It's a very nice age to be at, like especially in 2024.
Right? Can
Mm.
you guys still hear my son crying?
No, not really.
No, not really.
Hey, girl.
Hello, evening
How are
everybody.
you?
Hi.
I am blessed. How are you guys?
Good,
Too,
thanks.
too blessed to be
Look at
stressed.
you and a face beats. Look how stunning you look.
Guys, I just woke up from a nap like this.
Flawless, flawless.
This is just how I am on a day to day. And these are the SAFTAs. I had to put my best foot forward,
Okay, I feel you. I feel
you
you.
know.
I do.
So we are officially started, guys. Welcome to it. And there are a couple of you in this category, but today is all about you who are nominated. And I think I'm most fascinated about the fact that when you are up for an award that requires votes, the stakes are not the same. Does that
Yeah.
make you feel some kind of way?
Oh, you're asking?
All of you, yes. Like,
You can
how
Oh,
does that
sorry.
make
go
you
first.
feel?
Okay.
You can go first.
It just makes me feel so honored. Especially to be in a category with people older than me, and it just makes me feel like I'm a winner already. Especially considering my age, like it just shows that age doesn't like define who you are or like what you can become like in the future. So it just makes me feel like a winner, like I've already achieved so much in my life, and this just like builds, like keeps on like building my future, I'd say. So it just
And
makes me
and
feel
for
so amazing.
for you, Mimi, did you get some street cred at school?
Yes, I did. I did a lot. I did. And people were just saying, hmm? Oh,
What are people
I
saying?
actually did find out at school. Like my teacher just read it out. Like Mimi has been nominated for best presenter category, and
Wow.
then everyone just started clapping for me. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, wow, oh my gosh. Yeah, very
uh,
very humbling.
Lassie, where did you find out that you were nominated?
On Instagram. So
Oh,
guys, I was literally, it was the first time logging on Instagram. I think it was around 2 p.m. I had a very busy day doing
Wow.
errands, and I log in and I get a notification that Mbuyiselo has tagged me. And when I click on the tag, he's highlighted my name and he says congratulations. And on top I can see SAFTA Best TV Presenter. Then when you close an app, then I close it. Then I'm like, okay, it could. Then I type a message to him. How did you find out? Where did you get this information? And he says on the website. I'm like, send me the link. And like, guys, I have to be honest. I was not even like seeing SAFTAs so close. I wasn't following. I didn't know when was the open date to submit. I don't know when was the closing date. When was the nominations being announced? And I called 3 people from the production house, which is Urban Brew. I'm like, did you see? Like, is it true? Did you submit anything? Because I understand there needs to be submissions from the production. And they're like, oh yeah, oh, we didn't tell you. Yes, we submitted. So it's very, oh, okay, you are nominated. This is great. And I'm like, guys, I thought it's a joke. So I literally found out on Instagram. Can you imagine? Not even my production house literally whispered to me that there's this thing happening. I should look out. Like
Wow.
it was such
I
a
think it's nice that
beautiful,
they
pleasant
didn't warn you.
surprise.
Because imagine they say, we've submitted, you must look out. You would have been so anxious.
No,
You
not
know?
even. Not even. Last year, a production company of another show that I did, they told me that this is what they're busy with. And literally, I forgot even about it. It's like, you know, so clearly I was not chosen, or I was not, I don't know, successful. And it literally just, I'm not that type of person. They told me, I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And that's it. Only got reminded by this nomination. And I called him. I'm like, Ibo, producer, what happened to the other show? This one? Look at this one. You know what I mean? So I'm not that person. I wasn't going to be worried and asking and whatnot, because I just believe in that. Naturally, things must come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, where did you find out? Where were you?
Well, in typical colored fashion, I was at home in my gown,
Oh,
having a
that
cup of
looks
coffee.
cute.
You know, very much was early in the morning.
Yeah.
And someone that I work with at radio, he was actually, he presents on Espresso, and they were doing the live nominations announcements. They were doing that. So yeah. So he was actually the one that read out the best TV presenter category, and then popped me a message. And I didn't know exactly what the message was all about until I tuned into Espresso, and I saw, oh, it's the SAFTAs. It's the nominations are coming out. And then I kind of put two and two together. So yeah, I was in my gown having my cup of coffee. I feel like it was the best way to get the news.
Yeah, because you were
Listen,
relaxed.
I
Imagine
love
me, I
Yeah.
was in the mall.
that. And also your friend happened to be announcing you. So that's also quite
Yeah.
cool. I really like that for you. In terms of, your shows, I mean, Mimi, you doing this show with Holly, tell us a little bit about it, because not everybody follows the show, and I really want people to walk out of this conversation knowing more about you, but also your work, and getting to tune into what you've been doing.
Okay, so it was kind of my idea if you really think about it. So it was just like in lockdown. I was 8 years old at the time. So I was just like, so you know how like I was like 8 years old then. I was watching these like American like YouTubers doing their things, doing the things that they've been doing, and then I'm just like, ew, it would be nice to be on YouTube. And then I went up to Holly and then I said, Holly, why don't we start shooting some baking videos for YouTube? And then she said, okay, well, let's just start at Instagram first. So then we started making the baking videos. We were having a lot of fun doing it, and we posted on Instagram and it got a lot of views. And then um and then we like got the money to like put into like a production. And then SABC wanted the show. So then that's like how it like started growing. Then more people started watching it and enjoying the show, which is really nice to know that people like me and Holly's personality and the things that we make. So yeah, from then we've just been like growing and growing, and yeah.
I
And
think
now you're
that is
nominated.
fantastic.
Yeah, now I'm nominated.
Now you're nominated.
I'm the
What is
youngest person to ever be nominated, which is crazy in my opinion.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Right? Youngest person. So what does Holly say about where this little idea started to where it is now?
She says that she's really proud of me, especially of my age, obviously. She's really proud of me and how I've like grown to express myself, and how I've learned to bake, and to like I've basically like learned as sort of like self-taught, but also by like our gran and like how she taught us. So then Holly like took that and took us up.
And then
Oh, and like we
that
own the
became a
company
thing.
together, and like yeah,
Ownership.
businesswoman right
Girl,
here.
girl, I love this for you.
Yeah, we own the production company.
Oh my,
Wow, that's
listen, I
amazing.
think that is phenomenal. You have already won. I mean, no
You
offense to the
have.
two of
Yeah.
you, but girl, you've won already, in the sense that, like, it helps that you have something set up for yourself. Do you feel like it's what you want to do for a living, or you still open to so many other things?
Right now I'd really like to take it international, maybe like go to like other like foreign countries and like start baking for people, like do the things. But I do want to keep my options open if something goes wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Guys, I just feel like we need to retire, the three of us. I mean,
Honestly, the wisdom, the wisdom.
the company, the everything. I've been literally talking about how I've had to work for over 2 decades to get somewhere, and Mimi was born 11 minutes ago.
Literally.
Imagine.
I think we should.
When I was 8, I was just thinking of the indigenous games that I used to play when I was 8. And Mimi here is coming with concepts. So well done to you, my sweetie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like,
We should
I'm
ask
really
Mimi for
grateful
jobs.
for my family.
Yeah.
I'm really
Are you
grateful
gonna
for
hire us?
especially my family, for like
Okay.
for helping me and supporting me to like come up to like this position and get nominated by the SAFTAs. I mean, really,
That's a win.
really amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
It's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win.
Yeah.
Lassie, talk to us about your show. People that have not seen it at all, don't even know that you're doing it. Talk to us about it.
Okay, so this specifically show that got me the nomination is called Forever Tina. It's a show about couples who desire or who want to get married, but they elope. So it's eloping. So I, as
Don't
a
do that,
host, has
Mimi.
got...
Don't do that.
Okay.
Rebuke it.
Okay.
So what is she doing?
I'm saying
So-
she must not elope.
Oh, yes.
I'll
Yes,
kill
yes,
her.
please.
Huh.
Yes, yes. So the show is literally about couples eloping, of course. So it's a very emotional and a very in-depth when it comes to emotions with the families. So I assist the couple to break the news to the both families that we are getting married, but we are actually getting married tomorrow. So I need your help in choosing the cake flavors. I need your help in terms of choosing the dress, and so it's a lot of it's a bowl of emotions. So Forever Tina is literally about that. It's couples eloping, and I just need to assist neutralize the situation. If you see me anywhere, you do know I've got something in my body of peace, and trying to neutralize the situation, like diffuse the air if the tension is too tight. So the show is about
Can
that.
I ask?
Yeah.
I feel like this is my kind of show. What's the most explosive thing that has happened? Because it sounds like things could get a bit heated.
It's when okay, there are two families that I met. There was a mixed race, right? I think it was Indian and Tswana, where they broke the news. The mothers lost it.
Wow.
I remember one literally said, "Over my dead body, you're not getting married." And then there's another couple which was the same they were both ladies, and the mom had not accepted that the daughter is actually from the community of LGBTQI. And I had to literally make the family understand. Very difficult.
Have any of the couples just not gotten married because the family didn't support them?
You know what happens, ne? When families see the crew and the cameras, sometimes they think of their image and their dignity. And sometimes you can tell that it's not really, I'm not really agreeing, but because somewhere, somehow, I'm going to be watched by people, let me just agree to this. And then when the cameras are off, then it goes down. So couples, most of them, I think, because we are Africans, guys. There's lobola, there's this and that, there's procedures done. I don't know, how do you guys do massacres? I don't know how
we just rock up with a plate of curry and couscous and we call it a day.
Dante, please don't lie. colored families are also not going to be happy if you like, let's plan a
No,
wedding
they
tomorrow.
wouldn't. They wouldn't.
You
Because
see?
for colored people, a wedding is a production. You know, it's low-key a production.
Yes.
So the whole thing of
Yes.
you just gonna do it in 2 minutes. We need at least
Mm.
2 to 3 years to at least get the wedding
Yes,
together.
also us.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah.
But now,
Very emotional show.
you're touching on something that is so deep, because the part of recognition, like, is so important to us as Africans, all Africans, even, you know, I would say people of color around the world, of how can, if your family's not a part of this, can we recognize it? So have any of the couples ever come out where now the families are not talking to them anymore, even though
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
married,
It's
or
there's a
they
crazy.
like,
very sad,
Mm.
there's a very sad
Mm.
episode, guys, where the mother of the bride, I think, there it was an age issue. The guy was way older than the lady. It was that situation, and so the mom had said to her, even if you die, my child, as long as you with that man, I do not care. And she hung up on me. Well, it's actually two of those. The first one, it's the daughter of the groom that hung up to me, and she said she's not interested. And shame, the groom really wanted his daughter to be part of the wedding, you know. She said, screw you guys, I'm not part of it. And then the other one, it was the mom. The mom didn't care. I told her that, listen, we're actually live, we're coming from this show, you're speaking to Lassie, hope you're well, you know, humbly so. And the mom said, I do not care, even if she died.
Wow.
If you can call me. Literally, she said it on air. It was very sad, disheartening, very
So,
sad.
look, I think
Yeah.
it just goes to
But it
show
continues.
how deep the
The
feelings.
weddings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need an episode. Weddings continued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your show.
So
Dante.
my show has been around the block for some years. My show is Hectic 99. It's been on for like 17 years now. This is the 17th season of the show. And it's been like one of the longest running youth shows in the country. And sometimes people forget about the show because, you know, there's always new things popping up all the time. And we're living in the digital era now where young people want to consume the information on TikTok and online. But there's still a large, you know, young audience in the country that, you know, still rely on youth television. So the show has been on for 17 years, and it's a lifestyle, talk, education, entertainment show. And I think things like this, like the SAFTAs and stuff, it's a nice reminder to people that the show has been around for a long time, but it's still very much relevant today, you know?
Okay, and I think it's also nice joining a show that has a legacy, where you have the advantage of the formula is there, but also the advantage of bringing your fresh energy into the space, and you become an important part of the day for young people.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think a show that's been on for so long, it's like a pro and a con also, because it's nice to have longevity in broadcasting, but also the challenge is how do you make it relevant? Because sometimes formats become stale, audiences check out, they think the show is still what it was 17 years ago, and it's not. So it's also kind of like selling that whole concept to the younger audience and say, hey, this is why you should tune in. So it's got its pros, it's got its cons, but for the most part, it's been great.
We're gonna have Govan join us soon, but before we get him on, Mimi, you being the younger of the group, you get to be the first one to tell us how to vote for you, and then tell us what you are looking forward to on the night, other than your category.
Okay, so basically, you go on your phone, you do the things, and you basically go on call and you enter star 1120 star 32020 star, and then you press call. Oh, hashtag, sorry, at the end, and then you press call, and then you press 1, and then you enter it, and then you press number 3. Yeah. You
So your
press number 3 and you
is
enter it.
number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is number 3.
There we go. And then what are you looking forward to on the night?
I'm obviously looking forward to meeting all the people that I haven't met before, especially like in person. Like it's already so amazing to like watch their shows, but just seeing them like in person would just be so amazing. Like it would just be so humbling and just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to yo, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, yeah.
I love it.
I'm
for
also
you.
being
And then,
nominated for Best Kids.
Oh
sorry?
wow, 2.
Show has also been nominated for Best Kids. Yeah. And it's so exciting also.
So,
Nice.
what time's your bedtime like in real life?
Well, I'm actually on set right now for another TV show. So honestly, my bedtime that I would sleep at is like like 9:30 or 8.
Yo.
Yeah.
So are
But
you
also
allowed
been
to
doing
tell
like a
us?
lot of activity. So lately it's been like 8:15 mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Without getting you in trouble, can you tell us if the TV show is one of your company's TV shows?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
girl. Right.
Yeah.
Guys, we have a winner. Let's just cancel the whole SAFTAs.
Let's just. Do you need a co-host? I'm available. You know.
Okay. I've got my
Don't get it,
sister
forget
though,
about it.
so I don't think anyone can replace her.
Yeah.
That is so sweet. So we're gonna let you go to your shoot, Mimi. Do
Okay.
you want to say anything before we say bye to you, to everybody watching?
Thank you so much for having me. Please keep on voting. Please do. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I hope you guys have a lovely night.
Oh, wait, I got one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Is your outfit ready?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It always is. It always is.
an organized queen. I love it for you. We're gonna let you go, Mimi. You must have a fantastic evening. I hope your shoot goes well. We're so looking forward to seeing you at the awards. Congratulations again for being nominated,
so much.
for making history. The person asking when are the SAFTAs, the Craft Awards are on the 25th of October, and the main awards are taking place on the 26th of October. And of course, there'll be a red carpet taking place 7:30. And the main show starts at 8, and it will be simulcast on SABC2 and on Mzansi Magic. And you can go to the SAFTAs YouTube channel as well. Everybody must follow all the platforms so you can keep up to date. My darling, send your love, our love to your sister, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
See you.
We'll chat soon.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
All right, so now we're going to bring Govan into the conversation. Let me just make sure I can get, okay. Govan has been invited, and then he can tell us about his show as well and what it feels like to be nominated. How do you guys feel about your lives after an 11-year-old has her life together?
I feel like I have to get my life together tonight still. Like tonight. I need to open up a company before 12 o'clock. You know?
No, man. I mean, we all have got our destinations, and our paths are different.
Yeah.
So I don't feel, it's. I'm so proud of her. I'm happy for her, but we are all different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice that you can recognize it at such a young age also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are there other shows that you've done that you feel like, do you feel like this nomination was the perfect timing specifically for this show?
You see, the thing is, I've never thought about it. You see, it's something else when you are working or you explore
Yeah.
So this is in your Real Housewives capacity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lassie, I'm not sure if it's my network or your network. Can you hear me properly? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, perfect. I think there's just a network issue on your side.
I can hear you very, very well.
Okay. You are a little bit fuzzy on our side, but I wanted to say, is it harder being a reality star than it is being a TV presenter?
Oof.
Yes, being a reality, yes, because it's like you, whatever it is that you say, what like it's like your reality, it's reality. As
Yes.
much as hosting, I'm hosting reality things, but it's like it's about families, it's about the guest, it's about them. My only job, as much as you see a lot of my personality, how I handle conflict, how I handle certain things, but yeah, reality. These people, they wanna judge your hair that day. They don't even know how was your day the entire day. They want to judge what shoe are you wearing. They want to judge whether you've been eating the entire show. But now it's like you haven't eaten the entire day because of certain
Yeah.
reasons. You know, like it's different. Being on reality TV, it's gonna take me such a long time to go back there.
Ooh.
I don't know what will take me
Really?
back because yeah, because the purpose of being on reality was to introduce myself. It was not to I was not malicious, so I never entered and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna rock those diaries. Yeah, when they asked me, no, it just happened naturally.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was
gonna
just
ask
for me, for people to.
I was gonna ask, how are those confessionals? Because I think when we sit at home and we watch it, we have one view. But when you're actually sitting there being interviewed, and then when you watch yourself back, are you like, I didn't say that. I didn't mean to say it that way.
Okay, Dante. So have you watched any of my realities?
I, some snippets.
Snippets.
Yeah.
So this is what happens. If I say something and it's hilarious, I laugh back too because I'm like, when did you think of that, girl?
Mm.
If there's something that I say and I feel like it was not called for, I cringe. You're like, no, how can you say that? That's so
Yeah.
mean, you know? And all the time I would call my co-star and say, no, you know what? That was not called for. I'm so angry
Yeah.
at myself. No, I apologize. That was not, you know. So it's how she asked me, and you know, when you touched on confessions, you literally, you know, touched my heart because we just buried the lady that did my diaries on
Oh.
Ultimate Girls Trip. And guys, yeah, we had the best time. She was amazing. She reminded me of the lady which I worked with again on Ultimate Girls Trip, the lady that introduced me on season 1 of The Real Housewives. You know, so the energy, it's also important. It's not everybody can get that out of me, because if you pay close attention, if you see Real Housewives season 1 diaries compared to Real Housewives season 2, there was a bit, I felt like I had to carry the entire, we need to meet halfway. The director and myself, how he or she asks, it just needs to be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You
I do experience the show the same way as you do, because I'm so soaked in the moment. And remember, when they ask you confessions, there's no time to think of the question. We are rolling. You
Yeah.
get me? So let's see, how's Jamaica for you? Then you have to answer back. It's a conversation back and forth.
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Oof.
So Dante, would you consider doing reality TV?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The check needs to be very big.
What was it?
Very, very big. The check needs to be significant. I don't know. I think I would do a reality. I would do a reality competition show maybe, but I don't think I would be able to do reality TV only because it takes a certain particular person to do that, and I really do envy people who do that because it's a skill to do reality TV. But I think I would do a reality competition show. Like, I bring back Strictly Come Dancing right now, and I'll do it. You know?
Oh yes,
that's my type of reality that I would do. So yeah.
I never.
So the answer is no. He would not do it. The answer is basically no.
But I'm on the same page as him. Like, I also think like we are layered as people. So if you imagine, like, you know, those rainbow cakes with all these layers, right?
Yes,
so somebody's slicing, but maybe they're not taking the bottom tiers, and then they're only seeing red, orange, and yellow. And then if a person doesn't like red, orange, and yellow, then they just don't like you because that's the part that's seen. But there's also blue, purple, green, white. There's other aspects of you. And I think I'm sensitive. Like, I don't know. Like,
never be you, girl.
like, unless I go in knowing, okay, this is the purpose of why I'm doing this, and I go the all in of like, okay, I'm gonna throw the table.
Yeah.
No, it's, you got to be intentional, because if you're not intentional, I've seen a lot of people coming into reality and wanting to be producers or wanting to be the viewers, trying to please viewers and losing themselves. You know why? They haven't had a meeting with themselves. They have no intention. It's either I'm here, I'm coming to trend, I'm gonna be popular, and blah blah. You got to sit down and speak to yourself. You know, a lot of people, especially in reality, they like to, when they get a chance to chat with me, or even like my friends, but this thing worked for you, you see, because your career has bloomed and whatnot. And I'm thinking, so are you trying to say it didn't work for you? We're on the same platform, some were on the same show. I think there's like that little mistake that people do, that I'm going into reality, now I'm going to be famous and blah blah blah. First and foremost, that fame comes, you know, guys, if I would revert things, I would really be a private, and because I've always been like that. I miss literally, if I feel like I don't want to comb my hair because I'm lazy, I'll go. And because who cares, you get me? If I want to do whatever, like, I can do it. So now it comes with an entire, people think being popular, it's all glitz and glam and strawberries and cream. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Also, it's hard work because it's long hours on set. It's not like, you know, like, it's long hours on set.
As it looks.
Yeah,
and then that's why you find...
Really quickly, I have a question for you, because I know that you do the things as a producer. If you could bring back any retired South African TV format, what would it be? What do you think would work now that maybe didn't work back then?
So before I heard the last part of your sentence of what would work. So I miss the era of the South African classic talk show.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. Proper.
Whether it was Felicia.
For sure.
Like
Pauline, Maulwana.
Yes. So I mean, I feel like I'm in a talk show era for myself. I'm really enjoying having conversations, and obviously there are different types of talk shows that are happening also in the form of podcasts, which online content is recognized by the SAFTAs. But there's something I miss about that thing of, we all knew at a certain time at home we're going to gather around the TV, you know, and then we're going to be watching. And this was now before the soapy block. So there's something I miss about it. And I was talking to someone today saying, like, I remember buying my mom that Oprah anniversary DVD. And it was so prized because that longevity, the years of conversations, even with a Felicia, just looking at how many icons she had on that show and how many people we got introduced to, how many musical performances, how many people shared painful stories. So there's something I miss about that.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. And there's a demand for that also, because people love conversation. People love seeing their favorite personalities tackle these hot topics, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on social media. People want to see that still.
Yeah.
Podcast
Yeah.
is taking over, hey?
Yeah.
Definitely. And it's good though, because there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be a 6-camera production. Like the fact that people can build platforms, I think it's great. And I think, you know, this year's theme is back to basics, and you get to reflect on where we came from, which was our microwave TVs. That sometimes some people had to go to other people's houses just to
Ariel,
buy Scop.
and then Ariel.
What do they call them? Bunny ears.
Bunny
The
ears.
bunny ears.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's nice for us to look back at those things and be nostalgic, but it's also a beautiful era where storytelling has evolved.
Yeah.
People who
Definitely.
look at like Mbaling Kapo, who has built this massive following just from cleaning. A domestic worker has built a brand.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Just
Next on the agenda for her will be a TV show.
Yeah.
And teaching other domestic workers on certain tricks on how to clean, on how to. Her content is beautiful.
It is. It is.
And we can all connect with that. So I got a message. Govan unfortunately had a family emergency, but we are going to be thinking about Govan and Jolene, who also have been nominated. We'll see if they're able to join us in our tomorrow session. I nearly said section. Session with the other nominees, your competition, you know. And before I let you guys tell us how to vote for you, Lassie, how do you view this thing of getting people to vote for you? Does it feel awkward and weird? Or is it something like, yo, guys, I want to win. Bring me my award, vote.
Let me tell you a story. So last week, Brown Sugar hosted me to celebrate this nomination, right? Brown Sugar at Oceans. It's a restaurant in Umhlanga. So I was flying back to Johannesburg, and then I saw these 3 gentlemen. So the 2 friends that I was sitting with, literally their phones were open and they were voting for me. Then I'm like, okay, I'm a bit tired of you guys. Now I know you've got it on the ball, so you guys are voting. Let me ask these 3 gentlemen who are sitting on the bench next to us. And let me tell you something. The 2, okay, there's one that was sitting on the farm, right? He was not interested in having a conversation with me. He was on his phone, wire. And there was one in the middle who said he has no phone. Like, I don't have a phone, so sorry, sis. And the one that was sitting next to me showed me his balance. He only had 50 cents airtime. And he couldn't. And then I was like, oh, screw you, girl. You should have just, let. And I said, you know what, probably I must just do a sticker here and say, hi, my name is Lassie, please vote for me. Because now there's something about our people in our society. When you approach them, I don't know what happens. And I'm such like a, open, free soul. Like, hi, how are you? Can you see your phones? You guys are dressed so well. So I think I can get 20 votes from, so that experience, like, it's weird. If you're not a friend, if you are not, because even the people that are close to me, I'd say, please vote for me. Oh, but I've been voting. How many times? Twice. How? But I spoke to you like weeks ago. So it's, for me, the experience has been just different. Then you just get strangers who literally follow me and love my work, who send me these long videos because they voted. Yesterday, I got a voice note through my sister-in-law that there's someone who's actually who's recharge airtime, and she's on number 70 something of votes. Then you get some sister out there who says, I'm a teacher, I'm buying my students 50 rands end of the month, so that they can just all use the 50 rands. And so it's quite a personal thing, because I have learned one lesson that I can take from this experience is that honestly, when sometimes a person will tell you, so I'm nominated, and you'd be excited and you even support and post on your stories and tag that please vote for this person, but the actual work, guys, especially SAFTAs, other awards, it's quite easy because you it's the 5 digits or letters, then you copy and paste, on our phone, then you keep sending, but this one is admin. So people are not up for the admin. It's very hard.
I was actually just going to say that I think a lot of people forget, like, the other nominees at the SAFTAs, whether you're an actor or a producer, whatever, it's the public votes, the 2 categories of the public votes. People forget we essentially have to campaign for our award. It's a campaign that you have to run, and based off of how you run your campaign, you know, it will kind of show at the end. So it is on your shoulders, essentially, to push yourself to get to the finish line. Yeah.
But what can I ask you, Dante? What do you think of like, I don't know if you voted for any like friend or whatnot. You know how you vote, then you get a message coming back that thank you for voting for, so keep voting.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this special one that SAFTAs you don't get no message, no nothing? You can't. You literally. It's just a thing on your screen that it has been successfully. What do you feel of that?
I don't know, like, I'm glad that there is some sort of message at the end that gives confirmation to people that their vote has been successful. So in a way, also, I think it's, and I think also that it's, I try to explain to people that it is quite simple, you know, because I want the most, you know, simple person out there to understand that it takes 3 steps to make this happen. So I do think, like, the simpler you keep things, the better, because at the end of the day, we live in South Africa. Not everybody has access to cell phones. Not everybody has access to, you know, understand how a dialing pad actually works. Yeah, you can't assume that everybody knows everything. So, so, I mean, for what it's doing so far, I think it's been okay. But I will say the airtime is the biggest thing. Like, a lot of people, especially people my age and younger, they are like, the concept of airtime is like a question mark in their head. Like, what's airtime? Can't I use Wi-Fi? And like, no, boo, you gotta actually buy airtime. Where's my link? Yeah, so it's not an issue to get someone to vote for you. It's that airtime thing that becomes personal, because some people, they are down to their last 5 rand, and now they have to use it on you, and that's when it gets a bit awkward.
But I think what's great though is it shows that the people that really are invested in you, like you say, Lassie, a person is just a devoted fan, that they genuinely will invest the time, you know, whereas for someone else it's like, oh, it's admin. I think it's also nice that there are those group of people that are willing to, you know, push through and really show that they love you and support you. So on that note, Lassie, how do we vote for you?
*120 *3 2020 hash. So I normally tell people that you save that. You don't dial it first. You save the vote. *120 *3 2020 hash. So my number is number 8. Of course, you're going to press number 1 because there's 2 categories on this. So you press number 1, press to representer, and then I'm number 8. So another struggle, Dante, let me tell you. What number are you? 1. You are number
1.
Yes, you are number 1. You see, I know. So the struggle that I have, especially the older people, like my family, they would say, no, but I don't see your name. Why do you say we must press 8? And I'm just making shortcuts that don't go to the 0, then the 8.
Exactly.
Just go to 8. Yes. So literally it's easy steps. As soon as you save that number, it's easy because you keep on dialing. When you're feeling like you can't, restless, you can't sleep, just be bored on your airtime and vote for Lassie, you know? If you feel like you are stuck somewhere and that meeting is not starting, use your thumbs.
Thank you, Lassie.
Can I ask you, like, as a producer, do you think that it makes sense to have all of the presenters in one category, or would you like it in future to be split up into its various formats, like best game show host, best lifestyle host, best news host, or do you think it makes sense to house everybody in one category?
Best TV presenter.
I think this is above my pay grade. I'm not sure. And the reason I'll tell you I'm not sure is because...
Can I tuck my son in? He needs to
Yes,
sleep. Can I
yes,
bounce?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
Give
Dante,
baby a
remember,
kiss.
I'll see you at the SAFTAs, yeah?
Yes,
All the best,
honey.
Dante.
Thanks,
Bye.
Thank
Lusty.
you.
Thanks
See
for
you.
joining us. So I think I would say, Dante, that I haven't done enough research to see that there are enough genres for that to be done.
Yeah,
And being on the production side, I don't have experience in developing of actual awards, like the competition, not like the production.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it would be an interesting exercise to see, because I mean, there was a year where I was like, oh, I wish I'd been nominated for Best Presenter, but if your show didn't make, like, a whole lot of things. So I think there's always room as the years evolve, and NFVF is doing a great job because they've added new categories.
They have.
But I feel I don't have enough information to say. I do think there are some genres that they have their own awards, like journalism or
Talk show, I think.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But does that mean there are enough kids shows to have a best kids show presenter
Yeah.
and best I don't know, reality show present? I don't know.
Yeah.
So it would be an interesting exercise to do and to see if that is something that's feasible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll definitely hear from the NFVF team. I know people are always talking to them about how the awards can grow, which they continue to do.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest excitement is we want to do something reflective this year. It's 30 years of freedom and democracy. It's 18 years of SAFTAs. We have a super cool theme, and I can't wait just for us to be celebrating as an industry, because it's a tough industry to be in, and not everybody, you know, has stuff going on. Not everybody has work, let alone a nomination. So we will see, but this is your chance to plead for votes.
Star 120 star 32020 hash, and then select one, best TV presenter, and then right on top, number one, it's me, and then you can click one to vote. As simple as that.
I will not be voting for you, but I also won't be voting for any of you because
Just because, you know, makes
you're
sense.
all my children. There are no favorites. I cannot vote for a single one of you. But congratulations on your nomination, and I hope your team is behind you, and that we're gonna have such a fun night. Have you chosen your outfit already?
I'm in limbo. I've got two. So when the theme came out, the theme kind of threw me off, and I was like, okay, maybe I should look at something else. So I've got two, but I feel like I'll decide in the next week.
So somebody's asking us to repeat the number. Star
120 star 32020 hash, and then select one. That's the best TV presenter category, and then you'll get the list of all of the nominees, and then I am number one on top, and then you click vote, and it will say your vote has been successful.
There we go. So for everybody who's not sure, especially in the absence of Govan and Jolene, star 120 star 32020 hash. Let me make it sound like an advert. Star 120 star 32020 hash. Then press 1 and select your favorite presenter.
There we go. Perfect.
Dante, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So nice meeting you.
Again.
I'll see you at the SAFTAs.
I will see you at the SAFTAs, and to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow we have another session at 7 p.m. with another group of nominees, and you must tune in. I mean, come on. How else are you going to know what people are doing? Perfect. How else are you going to know who to vote for? And you have to tune in. Set your alarms already. 25, 26 October. 26 October, Mzansi Magic, SABC3, YouTube. You don't actually have an excuse not to tune into the show.
So, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Tell them.
So have a good night, guys.